you're on.
I'm on. All right, let's do this. Saturday, handstands and flow. So I'll just run through the program really quick. So we've got a little bit of prep work, a little bit of hanging. You're gonna need a bar for today. Some sissy squats, some wrist prep, some shoulder warm-ups. We're gonna move into dialing in the kick up and some handstand walking. And then we're gonna move through a couple of concepts. So this class is really similar to the class that I was teaching on the Friday at the Mover Collective. So we're doing some flow work, we're doing some handstands, we're looking at a few different concepts of movement as well. And then coming into the flow work. So we've got the bridge circle, the handstand pause, and also the sweep kick. So what we're gonna do over the coming weeks is teach you guys a bunch of different patterns that we can use and all different tools that we can use on the floor. So this bar, the hanging work, everything we're gonna do today is on the ground, so all we need is the floor. And we're gonna build all these tools, these little elements that we can put together and build this big toolkit of movements that we can interchange and flow between each one. It's really fun, something that I'm really into at the moment. So just wanna share that.
Yeah, and I think it's as much about the skills as it is about the transitions between the skills, right?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Improving the quality, so we'll teach all the basics first, and then it's up to you guys to practice and to refine it. And then you'll find that there's infinite ways to flow all of these different movements together. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to just get into some wrist circles, just warming them up. We'll just do 10 in each direction. Nice and slow and controlled. 3 more in this way. Cool. Back the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 first knuckle raises. So lifting the thumb, giving as much pressure down through the shoulders into that index finger knuckle right here. So pressing up and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, jumping up. We're just gonna move into some arm swings. We're just gonna pedal the arms forward for the first round. Get the shoulders moving, a little twist through the thoracic as well.
Yeah, they're called arm circles, but they kind of get the whole like upper torso moving as well.
Yeah,
it feels
see
really
my whole
nice.
body moving. Let's go backwards.
Got some noisy neighbors.
Cool. All right, then we go passive to active hanging. I'm just gonna hang, pronated grip, and we'll just do 10 reps here. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, and then straight into some sissy squats. So hip width apart, we're going to lower the knees down, keeping a straight line between the knees and the shoulders. We'll do 5 reps of this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, maybe on the second round I get down to the ground. Just go down as far as you feel comfortable. So we'll just go back through that one more time. We'll just do some circles. A lot of these movements can be pretty brutal on the wrists, so we want to make sure that we always give them a really good warm up before we get into like the handstand walking, handstand work, or the bridge circles, that kind of stuff. Let's go back the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's really important that you guys
7.
listen to your body when you're doing any of this sort of work. If your wrists start to feel fatigued or tired, make sure you just give them a little bit of time to stretch them out, give them a rest.
First knuckle raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to jump up. Arm swings. We're going to go 1 forward, 1 back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, straight up to the bar. We're going to do a 10-second hold on this one. So we'll do 10 reps first, Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sissy squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now just go as slow as you can. Alright, feeling pretty good. Everything should be feeling pretty warmed up. We're going to dial in the kick-ups. So we're going to have a first look at how many you can get out of 10 reps. So you get 10 attempts to kick up. I'm going to do it with you. Make sure you've got plenty of space. In Jenny's class this week, we learned how to do the kick up. So make sure you refer to that if you don't know the kick up. But basically, quick little rundown. Lunging into it, hands placed down, kicking up, getting the shoulders stacked, hips stacked, legs together, and that's the kick up. And then you're going to come straight back down. We're not holding it at all right now.
Yeah, if people have never kicked up in an open space before, they're okay to do this on the wall though, right?
Fine, yeah?
Yeah.
All good. All right, so we're going to go for it. I'll get Jenny to talk us through it.
Here we go. Everybody ready? We're going to go for our first kick up. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 1 for Rod. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, kick up. 2 for Rod. Nice save, Rod.
You almost didn't get it.
3, 2, 1. 3 for Rod. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, kick up. That's 4 for Rod.
If you guys only do this once a week in this class, remember what you got the week before. We're going to be doing this for 4 weeks and see if you get some improvement.
Ready, set, go. This is number 5. Oh, nice save. Ready, set, go for number 6. I don't know if I'm going to count that. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, up for 7. Yes, good job.
Are we going to count the one before?
Yeah, I think so. 3, 2, 1 for number 8. Oh, nice. 2 to go. 3, 2, 1, kicking up. 9. Can he get 10?
Last one.
3, 2, 1, everybody up. Nice.
All right, cool. So if you got all the way to handstand, that's successful. So you give yourself a point out of 10. If you kicked up like this, it's okay. We're always working towards it. Like Jenny said, we can actually go to the wall. If you feel more comfortable kicking up to the wall, definitely use this as a tool. All right.
What's next?
Next, we're going to do handstand walking. So I'll teach you the technique for the handstand walk, and then we're going to do it for 3 minutes straight. We're going to practice for 3 minutes. So the handstand walk, once you guys get the kick up, so if you're not at this level yet, you can't get the kick up off the wall, in this 3 minutes, I want you to continue to practice on the wall. All right? Cool. So we're going to kick up, same as we did before. We're going to just see if we can take one step. We're going to lean forward into it, so the legs are going to track forward just a little bit. Still try to keep a reasonable shape. You don't want to go on a huge banana back. So we go here, lean forward, maybe just take one step. Come back down. And then level 2, let's see if you can take 1, 2 steps and come back down. Cool? So I'm just going to spend some time. I don't have a lot of space here. If you guys can go outside, that'd be awesome. If not, maybe you're just working on taking a couple of steps. If you get more advanced, you can take some steps forward and then back as well. You can even take steps sideways. So we're going to practice for 3 minutes. What time do we have now, Jenny?
Got 9:35.
Cool. All right. So let's just warm the wrists up a little bit more, and we're just going to constantly practice for 3 minutes. You guys are either on the wall doing the handstands, kick-ups, or we're practicing walking. I'm just going to work through here and do maybe 3 or 4 steps. Try to come backwards. Have a rest when you need to. All right. You ready?
Yeah. Time is on 3 minutes.
All right. Ready, set, go.
Watch those surfboards. Got really good proprioception. Way better than me. I would have stacked it on the surfboards. Slow walking.
All right, how's everyone doing?
Hope you're doing good. Shoulder taps is another really good exercise to start to be able to develop the strength to be able to handstand walk as well. There's heaps of progressions that you can move towards.
Yeah, because if you're walking, there's a split second where you're only supported by one shoulder. Make sure you manipulate your body, your hips and your legs to counterbalance. You always want to have the center of mass over the support. All right, here we go again.
Nice. Just bouncing off the walls. Our walls are going to be so dirty in our house after filming handstands and everything in here.
Time check, Jenny.
Yeah, you've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
1 minute, 10 seconds, guys. Rest when you need to.
It's pretty taxing, hey, handstand walking.
It's very taxing.
Do you wanted to grab a drink?
It's very taxing. No,
Everyone else keep going though, keep trying.
Yeah.
It's okay if you come down, just jump back up again, try again.
If your wrists need a little bit of love, just give them a little bit of love in between each one. Again, it's pretty brutal on the wrists. All right. Oh.
Got 45 seconds left, guys. This is basically how Rod walks around the house anyway. He gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and he walks into the bathroom on his hands.
That's how you get good, right?
He hasn't quite learned how to cook dinner using his feet yet. That would be great.
It's a skill I'm developing. How long we got, Jenny?
15 seconds.
15 seconds, guys. Let's keep going. Let's get up for another one, either on the wall or walking.
Last 10 seconds. Here we go.
Getting pretty fatigued in the shoulders now.
All right, last kick up, guys. That's time.
All right.
Good job. Give yourselves a little rest. Take a drink if you need one.
All right, cool.
And I'll have a look and see what's coming up next.
So now we're moving through, we'll grab a quick drink.
Okay.
Now we're moving through a couple of concepts. So just a couple of movement concepts that we're going to play around with. So just some ideas that's going to help you move a little differently than the way you have been.
Yeah, maybe it makes you think about how you move a little bit differently. So we've got moving through honey. So imagining that you're in a honey jar and you're trying to move through honey. So that'll make it a lot slower of a movement. We've got fast and sharp and mixing those two together. And then big and small. So putting those two like opposing forces, like they're opposites. So it makes for really interesting movement.
All right, cool. So let's do the first one, and we're just going to spend a couple of minutes. We won't even time this one, but I want you guys to play around with it. So moving through honey. So what we're going to do, we're just going to move around the space. Just coming a little closer. Remember, there's no right or wrong with this. So you can never stuff it up, even if it feels awkward in the beginning, which it definitely will. That's okay. So what we want to do is act like we're in honey. So we're moving. There's no sharp movements here. Nothing's fast. It's like there's always resistance on our body, on our head, on our feet, on our legs, on our arms, and whatever movement you want to do. Maybe it's something that feels really good, like some rotation of the shoulder, maybe just spinal wave. But using that concept of like always pushing through, moving through, pulling, pushing through honey. All right, so we're just gonna go for a little bit. We're just gonna go together. You ready? Changing levels is another thing. So this is high, medium, low. You can also get right down to the ground as well. Mix it up as much as you can. Are you ready?
Let's go.
So slow.
Yeah, think about the consistency of honey when you're pouring honey onto your toast or something, and how like thick and runny it is. Imagining moving your body through that liquid. And every movement is resisted by the honey. Your hands, your fingers, your toes, your feet. Moving down to the ground, moving up to the ground. Kind of makes the movement look really soft. And it should feel soft as well. Moving
Just gonna go for
slow.
another 20 seconds.
All right. Still moving slow. Controlled, slow
Balance
movements.
on one leg. Nothing fast.
Awesome.
Alright guys.
Great work.
Cool. Alright, the next concept we're going to have a look at is fast and sharp. So this one could be described in a bunch of different ways, but fast, so any fast movements, opposite to what we were doing before. And again, there's no right or wrong. You could be doing kicks, acting like your hands are like knives, like cutting through something. So nice and fast and sharp as well. So yeah, like this kind of action of like cutting through the air with your feet, with your limbs, with your head, with your torso. So a bit more fast and sharp for this one.
So it's like kind of the opposite of the honey, right?
Yeah, complete opposite. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So we're moving fast as well. So fast and sharp. Here we go.
Lots of straight lines and corners. A lot of big movements too.
Make sure you got plenty of space for this one.
Don't kick the TV over. And try to control the movement as well. Just because it's fast, it doesn't mean that it has to be clunky. So really try to work on controlling the fast, sharp movements.
$30 seconds.
All right, it's time.
All right, guys, grab another drink.
All right, the next one that we've got is small and big.
Okay.
This is like taking up as little space as possible and then taking up as much space as possible. And then everything in between.
Cool. All right, so I really love this type of work because it's all well and good for us to do strength work and all this isolated mobility work, but when it comes down to it, why are we actually doing those things? We're doing those things to move well, and this is a great expression or a great way to express your movement capabilities. And that's why I love it so much, because we do all this work in the background, laying these foundations, getting really strong, getting really mobile, and then it's like, all right, how do we use that? And this is just a couple of ways to do it. Okay, all right. You guys ready for one more? So we're gonna go small and big. So an example of that would be small. So get really small, here. Get really big, That's it, as simple as that. I'm gonna go a little slower on this one. I'm already feeling pretty out of breath. So you guys might be as well if you've been following along. So just think small to big. It doesn't even have to be like on a global scale as well, like global meaning the whole body. Wow, that's what that. Global meaning the whole body. Maybe it's just like one area of the body is getting small, like just my arm, and then it's getting big. Small and big. So just have to play around with, again, it can be whatever you interpret it to be. All right, here we go, small and big.
The same as the last ones that we've done, guys. Just think about also changing levels. So many different levels that you can use. And also think about what parts of your body are on the floor. So maybe it's not always just your hands or your feet. Maybe you're rolling around, getting your back down, getting your tummy down. Maybe you're getting your head on the floor. Nice.
That's good. All right, cool. So let's go into, we're going into the flow work now. So we're going into the flow work now. So we're going to be looking at a couple of different movements. We're going to be doing the bridge circle, the handstand pause, and also the sweep kick. Again, these are just 3 movements we can use in the whole big scheme of things. So we can put these in together with the movements that Jenny was teaching and anything else that you've learned in movement practice. This is where the fun part is. This is the playfulness. But what we'll do is we'll isolate them first. Oh, I'm really out of breath. Isolate them first. We're going to do bridge circle first. So let's just get into that. All right, bridge circle, stage 1. This is for anyone. Even if you can do the normal bridge circle on the ground, we're going to do it on the wall. Again, the wall's going to get pretty dirty. We're going to face away from the wall. Our feet position doesn't change. So facing away from the wall. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to take it back, I'm going to place it on the wall. This is really important. Everyone in the beginning just like wants to put their hand in all these weird places. Just think the hand has got to face up. That's it. Nice and simple. Boom. It's facing up. It's not reaching over. It's just going back right here. The other hand is going to start to come around in that same direction. Remember, it's a bridge circle. We're not going from here to here. So this arm goes back. This other arm, left arm, tracks and follows in a circle. As soon as we start to go through here, we start to rotate on the heel of the hand. So not on the fingertips, but on the heel. If you want to bend your arm at this point, you can. So we go around, start to rotate until this hand rotates all the way around, and we place both hands down like this. So both hands are in a bridge position, facing down, and then from there, I push, rotate on the heel of the hand, take the other arm to pull yourself around. Show you that again. So here, around, bridge, push, all the way back around. All right, cool. So that's the demo. Now we're going to practice it. If you're more advanced and you've done this before and you've got it, you can start to track down the wall. So starting with the hands nice and high, bring them down. You can start to straighten your elbows out as well. So what we're going to do is 3 reps in each direction. So just follow along with me. So find the wall. Are you ready? Set, go. So 1, back around. Keep going, same direction. 2, 3, stop, left hand, around. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Such a nice way to open up the spine.
Feels great. All right. So now we're going to take it to the ground. So progression from the ground, we'll probably use this squat position a lot with a lot of our flow work. So we're going to practice it from here. The same thing applies. Our feet, I'll do it this way so it makes more sense. Our feet are still facing away to the wall. Our hand's going to place on the ground now instead of the wall. So from here, we come back, place our hand facing away from us. Then we're going to lift the hips. If you want, you can keep the hips like this and come up onto the ball of the foot to create a bit more space if you need it. But ideally, we start to rotate, same hand, around, push away, and use this hand to pull yourself back into squat. Again, round, push, back into squat. All right.
Can you show us the low bridge variation, Rod, for anyone who doesn't have the space?
So that was high bridge, low bridge variation. I think it requires more strength, but if you're lacking in that extension of the spine, then this one's going to help. So if you can't bend through the spine so much, this is perfect for you. Hand places back, we shift forward, and then from here we drop down really low. So we bend the arms, and we come through like this.
Nice.
So it's like we're leaning forward to compensate for our lack of extension through the spine. But there's no right or wrong, you can either do low or high. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to spend some time working on it. So you've got 3 minutes to practice, either on the wall or on the ground. I'm going to practice mine on the ground. There's a bunch of other variations as well. If you're more advanced, I'll just give you 2 more. You can go from here, you can reach this foot up, place it down, then rotate, and then step over. Some people actually find this easier than the squat position. So you choose a variation, and we're just going to play for 3 minutes. What's the time, Jenny?
27.
Cool. All right, you go 3 minutes from here?
Yep.
All right, let's go for it, guys. We've got 3 minutes to play with this movement, bridge circles, either on the wall or on the floor.
So what you'll notice as you go through your bridge circles is they start to get warmer and they start to feel nicer.
Absolutely.
I know it takes a little while for me to get my bridge warmed up before it feels nice, but after 3 minutes of practicing, you should start to feel a little bit warmer. One problem that people have when they're trying to do the bridge circle is often they have trouble twisting their hands in. And one of my tips for that is try to transfer a little bit more weight into your feet. If all of your weight is in your arms, it's going to be really hard to pivot on that hand. So
lifting the hips and shooting them forward.
Yep.
That's another cue to get the weight off the hands.
That's right. And if you can't go all the way around in the bridge circle, that's all good. Just go to where you can go. So stretch that arm out as far as you can, twist as far as you can, and then go back the other way. And each time you do that, you'll just notice that you get a little bit further as you develop the strength.
You guys still with me?
Got 1.5 minutes left.
Oh, this is tough.
Your bridge is going to be so warm.
It needs a lot of work, so from my shoulder injury, it's like I hadn't done a lot of bridges, so just starting to get back into it now, which is feeling really good. Just not where it used to be. How long we got?
Take rest when you need it, guys. We've got about 1 minute left.
Yeah, take rest, take a drink when you need it. 3 minutes is a long time to practice it non-stop, so.
Take some big deep breaths.
I also like to look here as well. So if I'm here, I'm looking this way, watch my hands. Or watch you.
Yeah, well, looking at your hand as well is also going to make your bridge better because you're getting more extension through the spine with your head in that tilted back position. Got 30 seconds left, guys. Maybe take another break and then get going for the last 15 seconds. If you feel like you need it.
It's tough. You could also go back to the wall as well if you felt like that was too much for you. Come back to here. It's all about drilling that pattern, making it automatic.
All right, guys, last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work.
All right. With any of these movements in any of the videos, guys, if you're struggling with it, we don't quite understand it, film a video and send it to us. Email it to us or send it to us on like Messenger or something like that, and we'll get back to you for sure. All right, handstand pause. So we're gonna look at jump pike, jump straddle, and jump tuck. We've done these ones plenty of times. It's also in the handstand program that we've got online. But we're going to use this as a bit of it's like a stall. So we're moving around the ground and then we jump and we stall into the handstand. So let's look at the tuck first. I think this is the easiest version. We're going to place our hands down just like we would in a handstand position. From here, we're going to squat down and we're going to jump and keep our knees tucked in and back down. Let's try one more. Cool. Trying to get the hips up over. Didn't quite get there then. Let's do one more. Just here, back down. So you get a little bit of balance so we can pause it. You don't have to be able to hold the handstand for a minute. Just even, 2 second, 3 second pause is going to be awesome. And then we can come out of it in any direction we like. All right, jump straddle is the next one. We'll go over that. I'll have plenty of time to practice this, so just watch the tutorial now and we'll get into that practice in a second. All right, so from here, same position, starting, and we jump, shoot the legs out, and back down. Again, jump, shoot the legs out, and back down. That's the jump straddle. The jump pike is probably the hardest. So we go here, same position, and we're going to jump, straighten the legs out as soon as they leave the ground. Keeping those arms locked out, just like we would in any handstand. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Back down.
This is definitely the hardest one.
Cool. All right. Give yourself a minute.
Cool. And as well, it's okay, guys, if you don't make it all the way up to handstand. This is just about practicing all of those 3 entries and giving it your best go.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. So we're just going to just shake it off. Just give the wrist a bit of love. And the same deal, we're going to practice for 3 minutes. You choose a variation, and we're going to just practice for 3 minutes straight. Again, taking the rest when you need it. I'm not going to be able to do 3 minutes straight. It's quite a lot of work, but we're going to do as much as we can in that 3 minutes. Get heaps of practicing. All right, are we ready?
All right, guys, timer is on.
All right, cool.
Ready, set, go.
I'm going to change the variations up as well. I'm going to do all 3, but you can choose one if you want. All right, find the one that's most comfortable. We're going to use this later.
For you guys who are a little bit more advanced, you can also start to practice coming out of the handstand a little slower. So coming down really slow.
Yeah, almost like a negative press. That's going to be really good. And also with our flow work, just like those concepts, we can move fast, we can move slow, we can move sharp. Controlling it is another thing. So controlling nice and slow looks really good, and a great contrast to moving fast. So I'll show you 2 now. I'll go up fast. Come down fast, looks good. Also, slow. Also looks good. A lot more controlled and just something different, just a nice contrast. Just gonna give myself a little shake off.
Yeah, take a break if you need one, guys. Grab a quick drink.
Handstand pause. Okay, we'll do a couple more. How long we got?
We've got 1.5 minutes left.
You can come out of it sideways too. Especially with the straddle, it's a nice one. And I'm going to show you that when we do the flow work.
Yeah, like that's working towards the puppy press, right?
Yeah, coming out sideways. Like our challenge, the puppy press. So yeah, there's different ways to get into it. You can jump to the side as well. What I demonstrated was going forward, and I can show you one to the side. So squatting, hands down.
Nice.
Jumping to the side and moving in the same direction, or jump to the side, well, and come back to the same way that you came from.
All right, last 5 seconds, guys.
All right, let's do one more.
Awesome work, guys.
Cool. All right. The last one we're going to look at today is the sweep kick. So the sweep kick is, I guess you could call it a mea lua. Once we start getting a bit higher, we're going to do it in 3 different levels. So we're going to go low, where the foot is dragging across the ground, a little higher, and then a little higher again. So low, medium, and high. All right, let's have a look at that. So I'm going to do it facing you. So we go here in this like athletic stance. It's very similar to that mea lua kick. So stepping forward and almost across the body. So if I step forward straight, it's like this. What I want to do is step across my body. And then that way it's exposing my back, and I'm going to turn to the back and use my back leg to kick. Okay, so we go here, we go step, hands come down to the ground, keep looking in that same direction, and sweep this leg all the way around to get back into a lunge. Let's do that again, same side. So step, sweep to here. Let's do it the other side. Right leg steps forward, cross, sweep. And what we want to try to do is lighten up the leg that's kicking. We never want to put weight in the kicking leg, because otherwise we won't be able to kick. And it won't feel light and easy. So step forward, kick. Just have a little go with that now, just while I'm practicing. Kick. All right, sweet. So now we'll move on to the medium. So same deal. So we come down, and we're just going to place the hands, but we're going to kick a little higher, so it's just off the ground this time. Other side, step forward, kick. Try to keep that kicking leg straight, extended at the knee. Sweet, that's the medium height. High, we're going to step here and kick it up a little higher. Make sure you've got plenty of room for this one. You don't have any kids running around. Come on, kick them in the head. So this one looks more like the mea lua. I'm changing up a little bit, I'm pointing my toes today, just to change it up. When Jenny was demonstrating the mea lua kick, she was doing it with a flex foot, so like this. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. All right, low, medium, high. Again, we've got 3 minutes to practice. You ready?
Yeah.
Tell us when, Jenny.
We're ready, go.
Okay. Make sure you're doing both sides. Any variation you want.
Yeah, it's probably gonna feel a little unco on one side. That's okay, that's normal. The more that you practice it on both sides, eventually you'll get to a point where you don't even notice the difference. That was very graceful.
Stuff up. How are we looking for time?
We've still got 2 minutes left.
Awesome, guys. Just keep practicing. Jenny's going to keep talking to you.
Yep, keep practicing. I struggle a little bit with the mea lua kick. They kind of make me dizzy. But I think something that really helped me when I first started trying to do it was putting my hands down facing backwards. I was getting confused with the hand placement, and I was kind of putting them to the side, which meant that I had a lot further to kick. So the further around you twist your body and put your hands down, the less you need to kick around. Doing great, guys.
Keep going.
Keep practicing. You've got 1 minute left.
Cool. Yeah, if you do get dizzy, just shake it off. For me, this one's less taxing on the body than the handstand pause and the bridge circle. But like Jenny said, you can get quite dizzy with this one as well if you're not used to spinning around. Again, adaptation will take place. The more you practice these things, the better you'll get at it, the less dizzy you'll get and things like that. The body will adapt. Okay, do a few more. Low, medium, high.
Last 30 seconds.
High, medium, and low.
20 seconds left. 15 seconds left. 10 to go.
And there's all these other variations of this as well. This is only stage 1. I want to get you guys the basics, and then we're going to keep layering this up.
All right, and that's time.
Possibilities are endless. All right, cool. So that's our 3 movements for today. The bridge circle, the pause to handstand, so jumping into handstand and pausing, and then we've got our sweep kick. Now we're just going to have a little practice. We won't go for 3 minutes on this one. I just want to give you guys a little bit of practice. Let's go for 90 seconds. So Jenny's going to put the timer on, and I'm just going to actually, just before you do that, I just want to quickly show you what you're going to do. So the bridge circle, if you can't do the bridge circle on the ground, and now we're working on the ground, if you're only on the wall, what you can do is instead of going all the way over, what you can do is just go from here, lift the hips, and just move through this tabletop position back to here. So just do that one for now until you get the bridge circle down. Okay, bridge circle, handstand pause, sweep kick. Any combination. All right, so I'm going to show you. Sweep kick. From here, handstand pause. Back down, move through bridge circle. Okay, I'll show you another one. There we go. And sweep kick. Circle, and then forward, straight into the handstand pause. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So any combinations you guys like.
You could like double up. You could do 2 bridge circles in a row.
100%.
You can do a
go
double
jump
pause.
Jump pause, whatever you want. So now's the time to use that creativity, that freedom. And this is the things that we want to teach you guys. It's not just following a certain program, but it's like learning all these things, embodying the strength and the mobility and the coordination, and expressing it through movement. So this is it. This is what we're building up towards.
And don't forget those other elements like moving through honey, fast and slow, sharp, all of those things that we learned today, and try to add all of them in.
Yeah, exactly. Use all the concepts too. So maybe it's you're moving through honey first, you come down, and then you go into the jump to handstand. That's perfect. All right, here we go. 90 seconds.
All right, on the clock now.
Here we go. All right. Keep going, guys.
You got 30 seconds left, guys. Keep moving around. Bridge circles, sweeps.
Jenny would have been silent then. She was just watching me.
I was just watching. I was just was captivated by his flow.
Sweep kicks, handstand pause, and bridge circles. Keep going.
15 seconds. Handstand pause, bridge circle, sweeps. Last 5 seconds, guys.
Finish with a handstand.
And done. Nice work, guys. That's awesome.
Okay. Cool. All right, so for a bit of down regulation, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shake. So we're gonna try to empty all of the tension that we've built up in our bodies. I'm gonna see if we can breathe through the nose, relax. Just come in a little closer, Jenny. Breathe through the nose, relax. And we're gonna start to shake the body. So trying to relax every part of the body. Just this little pulse, this little bounce through the knees, and just allowing the whole body to relax. We're just gonna do this for about a minute. Here we go. Closing your eyes. Trying to let go of all tension. Your neck, your back, your arms.
Maybe just do a scan from the toes all the way up to the head.
Yeah, seeing if you're letting go of everything. Your glutes.
Calves, the knees, the quads, the abs, the hands and fingers, the elbows, the shoulders, the back, the lower back, the glutes, the head, the neck, the face. Shake it all out.
Keep shaking, just these little pulses. And then I want you to slowly start to reduce the shake. Reducing it. Keep going. Just doing this tiny little bounce. Keep your eyes closed. And then I want you to come to a complete stop. Where you are. Soften the knees. You might still feel like you're bouncing. Just allow that to subside. I'll just take a few deep breaths here. Complete stillness. Slowly open your eyes. Movement back in your body. Oh, that was a good sesh. Alright guys. That was flow and handstands. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep adding to it each week as well, seeing if you can change the variations up. So week 1, just follow along and make sure you're doing like the most basic. And then see if you can mix it up with the concepts as well. You can always find, every time I do those concepts, I find new ways to move, and it doesn't have to be so structured. So we try to give you a bit of freedom with that, with the concepts, and then with the flow work, a little bit of structure around some of the movements, and then also incorporating all of it together. It's like beautiful practice.